Is it time? It's time.
It's time.
For the 8-Bit Show! Oh god, the 8-Bit Show! Get ready! I said get ready, it's time.
I'm already ready.
Oh, I'm also ready.
Yeah,
Okay, good. Okay.
we planned ahead.
Oof.
You're the only one that's rushing here.
I'm always rushing.
With a, like a
Ready's my middle name.
chicken running around.
That's...
Mega ultra chicken.
No. Shh. He is bitch.
Hello and welcome everyone into the 8-Bit Show. I'm Frankie1029. With me today are my lovely co-hosts, as always, Two Littles 505
That's me.
and Coffee and Corn Dogs.
Hello.
And got all the things to talk to you guys about today. Video games.
I didn't realize it was all things.
Yeah,
All of them.
all of them. Every single one.
Oof. Okay, well, I might not be prepared as I thought I was.
Actually, there's a lot of gaming news.
I have
so
some
we don't-
things, but not all the things.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things, so you're right. Maybe not all the things.
I mean, some of it we hit on last week, and that
Yeah.
kind of blew up a bit bigger this week.
Yeah. But yeah, how you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. Anything new?
Did you know that the largest scorpion in the world measured in at just a little over 3 meters long?
Jeez. That's crazy.
Pretty terrifying.
I
pretty scary.
mean, I'm depends on how fast it can move. Cuz like
Well, I mean, so this was like billion years ago. More than that, probably. It was like early life. Like
oh,
mostly insects running.
gotcha.
It's just like fossil records that we have.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, I
So
mean
this wasn't like living.
Yeah. I'm not as scared of that then. I mean, that's it's pretty crazy, but there's worse things then. So, Big Lou, hello, welcome in. But that's cool. It's a nice little interesting fact.
Not really new, though.
It's not really new now.
I mean, it's new to us, right?
It was new to me.
I mean, I read it earlier this week, yeah.
Not millions of years ago.
It's fairly new to me.
Right. I went up to the tram the other day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took it up. It's been a long time since I've taken that. I think they cleaned up the plane crash. I didn't see it. I wasn't like looking for it, but I didn't see it.
Well, that's probably for the best.
Yeah. Well, I remember like the reason why they had it was because it's so difficult to get to that spot, you know?
To reach, yeah. That's why it was there for so long.
Yeah. So
It's not just that our city's lazy.
I mean,
How
that's
dare
part of
you
it too, but that's not the only reason.
How dare you think otherwise?
Yeah, we ate at the restaurant up there. The food was expensive.
They changed it, right? It's no longer like high finance or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's not called the high finance anymore.
Although you have to finance yourself to eat there.
Yeah.
Still.
And it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was bad. It wasn't great though. Not worth the price they were asking. At least for what I got. Some of the people I was with, they were not as happy. So, but as I pointed out, you usually don't go to those sort of restaurants for the food. It's usually for the view. So that's that.
It should be good for you. Like last time, I haven't been there since like High Finance used to be there,
Mm-hmm.
and I can at least testify that like the food was really good, overpriced like fuck, but
Yeah.
still good.
And that's kind of how I felt this time. Like it was good. Like the salad was great. Like really, really good. So like I was okay with it, you know. Cause yeah, and I get why it's so expensive. They literally have to take everything up by tram.
Yeah, I mean, part of the cost makes sense, but it is. I mean, it's just always going to reach that. Any of those places, right? Any of those like little tourist spots,
Mhm.
really, are always going to be a bit more expensive, especially ones like that where
Oh yeah.
they're in unique locations.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, it takes them they haul up the water apparently via the tram. So they stay there until like they stop giving any rides at all at 9. And I guess it takes them like 2 hours just to do the water. So they're there until 11 just hauling water. Crazy.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. Literally, it's so much cooler up there. Like I actually got cold. So that was interesting because I forgot about how much cooler it is up there.
It's a weird thing to forget.
It was one of the. It's just been so hot. It's like, I mean, I know it's gonna be nicer up there, but I don't think I'm gonna need a jacket or anything. And I didn't really, but it was getting right there, you know. So, yeah. But yeah. I think that's
Cool. Should we hop in the news then?
yeah. Let's do some news.
What you got? I think you
I'm
actually
sorry.
got more than me this time.
No, I think we got the same amount. Yeah, we got the same amount. Oh wait,
Four?
4. Yeah. I got 4, right?
I got 4.
Yeah, I thought I got 4 too. 3, 4. Yeah, got 4.
Okay.
Um,
Rare occasion. We tied.
Right. Well, first up, let's talk about GameSpot's article on why is Sony killing discs. It's all about.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned last week Sony's killing discs. That came to a news to me because we were talking about Grand Theft Auto and stuff.
Yeah.
That just seems absurd. But yeah, it was like shortly after that they announced that they plan to by like 2028 eliminate discs.
Yes. Yeah. The announcement said by 2028, all discs, no games will be put onto discs. It's really weird because they're still selling their external disc thingy.
Yeah, which I saw that was like it's now been limited to like one per, and
Because they can't or keep them in stock.
because they're selling out so fast. It's weird.
Well, part of me is like, is that scalpers? Like,
Part of it, yeah, I'm sure.
is that just people trying to buy up while it's cheap?
I'm sure part of it most definitely is.
Because it's still like a year and a half away. So yeah.
I think what's been
It's-
funny about it, what's made me laugh the whole time, has been like the people making fun of their E3.
Oh yeah, going back to
conference.
the old one.
Yeah, for the Xbox One and PS4 or 5,
Mm-hmm. PS4.
and they were like PS4, yeah, and they were like, oh, Xbox One did the whole just going digital thing, and PlayStation like lambasted them and made fun of them for it. All this is how you share a game.
Yep.
And I've seen some like shorts and TikToks of them being like, this is how you share a game now in 2028. You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting here is we haven't seen any information about how they're going to be handling sharing games at all. And that was the one thing that Xbox did before. When Xbox
They've
first
been pretty
announced this,
silent about it.
yeah, when Xbox did do that announcement back in the day, they were pretty forthcoming with how to do all of these things. And yeah, it wasn't like the most clean, but it's
They
pretty.
have plans set out.
Yeah, they had a plan. I think we talked about this. That cool. They're gonna give us the option. It didn't sound half bad. It's pretty much the way that Steam works for sharing games. But yeah,
A
Sony.
little convoluted and not perfect by any means, but
Yeah.
it was something.
Right. Sony, on the other hand, absolutely nothing. They just put this out there, and they didn't give any real reason why they decided to do this now. I think it comes down to the exact same thing as with GTA. It's all about money. You save a crap ton of money. Because they're not talking about just one game being sold. They have control over all of these games being sold. When it comes to the packaging and all this other stuff, the licensing and all that. Yes, they are making more money probably than ever before, but they want to make more. So
They want to make all of the money.
Yep.
Not some of the money. They want all of the money.
exactly.
They must have all of them. They deserve all of the money.
Yeah. So on top of that, they also, this is a thing.
Think about the poor CEOs, Frankie.
No, never.
How are they supposed to feed their families?
No comment. I don't have nice things to say in that one.
We usually don't.
I
I mean, we treat them very fairly.
very fairly. So
Every inch they deserve.
yeah, there's also been pointed out that, like, hey, this is also a way for them to get a hold of that used market, like we just talked about. So yeah, like, how much money does Sony lose out on?
Sony's trying to single-handedly take down GameStop.
Right. The thing is that when like, obviously this means that the PlayStation 6 is going to be digital only. That's probably what this is really about. Hey, let's announce this now. We get a hold of the PlayStation 6 ahead of the PlayStation 6 announcement, and then it's primed for that time. And so, that being the case, like, there's still plenty of people that like to try out games and have the ability to sell them, down the line, whenever that may be. Now, the thing is that, yes, like GameSpot points out, many people are shifting to the digital revolution. It's overwhelming, for sure. And like, as much as,
Well, that's been going on for a while.
yeah,
I mean, it was definitely something to be expected. Talked about it with the Xbox One. They were embracing it a bit, like, obviously, maybe like in the hearts of consumers a bit too early,
yeah,
but like, they weren't necessarily wrong.
no,
But digital is kind of the way to go. I'm not a collector though.
Yeah.
I'm not like into collecting, although my Steam collection is rather massive. I just like games. I like to play them. I understand what they come with and stuff, but
yeah.
I do think it's unfortunate though, taking away more and more like agency
Yeah, I agree. And for me,
Customer ownership.
this like I don't really care. A, I don't really buy consoles anymore. B, I haven't bought. When was the last time I bought physical media for my collection, my music collection? Like that's really it, right? You know, and I haven't, you know, I've been all in on the digital for quite some time. So, you know, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I think most people would prefer it. It's a good way to have a larger collection of games without coming up the works. The problem here is that you have it on a console, not on a PC. The reason why this works better on a PC is because you upgrade your PC and most of your games, I shouldn't say most, a good amount of your games will continue to work for longer than what your last computer worked for, right? There's this inherent risk that the next console will not work. You know, you have to get the special version. You gotta pay the upgrade price. So inherently, it's already has a worse look off the bat. So I don't know. This is something that it's disappointing that they're taking this stance. But I think more than anything is that if they're going to go this way, we need to have this information of how they're planning to still treat the used game market, sharing games, all this other stuff. And then it would actually be a better pill to swallow.
Maybe. I don't think they have any good answers for it, though.
No, there's a reason why they haven't said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything for it. So Sony's making some weird decisions. I think they're alienating their fans pretty bad.
I think they're regressing. I think they're trying to regress back in like a business sense.
Yeah.
Like they're pulling back a whole bunch of stuff that they were doing for a while. Like, you know, new management came in there and said, yep, that was all fucked. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Whether that's a good idea or not. Like,
Right.
I don't think it is, but maybe they see something I don't. Yeah, I guess so. This leads into the Stop Killing Games initiative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It did recently fail in that bigger vote. From the last time we brought it up, it was going into it passed its last or passed the preliminary vote and was going further in. It failed, but we did get some like stuff happened during it. One, in case you weren't aware, ESA is not your friend.
No.
ESA made some just insane statements during it. Keep in mind, I mean, they are a lobby group, right?
Yeah. It's the Electronic Software Association, right?
Yeah. They during their debates and stuff stated that private servers are against copyright and infringe on IP, and they used Minecraft
Yeah.
as its picture, and that is the dumbest statement to come out of it, calling Minecraft private servers illegal was their term.
Yeah.
I do think, minus the fact that they used the wrong game, I do think there is some legal truth behind what they're saying, because they're mostly talking about like community private servers, you know, the ones that the company didn't set up and give those tools for, which happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a number of them, and in a legal sense, not that I agree, but in a legal sense, there is at least something there for their argument. But pointing to Minecraft was definitely not a wise idea.
Well, yeah, no. They weren't the ones that brought up Minecraft, though, in that hearing.
I'll see my web page. Just I'm having a problem with that.
That page is fucked. I don't know what happened, but links don't work on it. Like,
Oh man, I've been having issues with it all day.
yeah, I had to reload it just right now just to get it on screen. It's not the website PC Gamer. It's just that page. Yeah. So I forget the gentleman's name, but he was basically asked a question on how, like, what recourses that people or that the publishers would have when he started talking about, there's community servers such as Minecraft, and that's when what's her name, Jennifer, can't remember. She stepped in from the ESA like immediately and was like, oh, they're illegal, just going off basically. And the senator asked her, or I shouldn't say senator, it was some committee member asked her if it was like, what was the term she used? If it was like, not black site. What am I thinking of? Like black market of gaming, and she was like, yeah, and like she said that there's lawsuits that they were involved with, apparently with these Minecraft servers, is what she insinuated. And it was like, what? What are you talking about, lady? So did you read the follow-up article for that from PC Gamer?
I actually had another one. I actually have a couple, all following this one, because ESA did try and clarify. It's easier. I can send you the links to these two, I guess.
No. I is it the one from Kit Guru? That one of them? You can send them to. Oh, okay. They sent that out to news outlets, so.
Yeah, because the ESA did try and clarify the private server issue, which it basically said that they're not talking about community servers, they're talking about private servers, which it's just very clear that lobbyists don't really know what they're talking about.
Well, this one definitely didn't. And it's disappointing that these lawmakers are relying on this person.
Yeah, Stop Killing Games had summarized, during the whole decision and stuff like that. They claimed the ESA brought in high-paid DC lobbyist Jennifer Gibbons, who worked the offices with claims that range from misleading to flatly false. The California Assemblyman Chris Ward, who brought up the thing, he's the one who helped bring it in, to being voted on.
He's the sponsor of the bill.
Yeah, that's it. Minecraft is currently which he responded to it. Minecraft is currently hosting community servers Call of Duty has community servers, so it's an option out there and exists here today. Givens responded that they're illegal. They are not in any way affiliated with Microsoft. For Minecraft has gotten a lot of criticism because those community servers not employing the same safety standards that Minecraft does. And that's where your black market came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was at the hearing.
Yeah. ESA, their response was that their ESA's representative was responding to a complicated multi-part question in which the committee was using the terms community server and private server interchangeably.
That's the second statement that they had. I don't know if you read the one before that.
No, this is the only one I've got.
Okay, continue on. It's not that important. It's them just more lying. So.
Oh, yeah, of course. They added that private servers that host and distribute copyrighted game content without authorization infringes on the IP rights of the game publisher. While publishers may take a different approach, all publishers reserve the right to exercise their rights against IP infringement.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, private servers operate with no oversight from the publishers and do not uphold the same trust and safety standards. This could create an unsafe environment for players and be counter to the industry's commitment to fostering safe and fun gameplay for all others.
Now, I get what they're saying with this. This is actually a walk back from what Jennifer Gibbons said for sure. But they're also missing the target here because she either lied or does not understand, and she shouldn't have been there to talk to.
She doesn't
these
understand.
people.
I mean, the big thing here is we're talking about lobbyists. They don't really. They're just paid to say.
Yep.
Lies, basically. But they're basically just paid to lie on behalf of whatever they're representing.
Yeah.
And she did no different. She tried to equate it with something that she didn't really understand.
Yeah.
They're trying to equate two different things as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because this doesn't, I mean, the ability to have these private servers, like, first off, like, there's a reason why they're called community servers. Like, yes, historically they're called private servers because it's ran privately, right?
Yes.
By a third party. But you know, the reason why the term community server was used is because a lot of times these go up for a larger community. They're not exactly private in
they become
the
less
real term of it.
private.
Yeah. So and yeah, those can be dangerous, and that's something that I think I would argue
I mean, that comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, I think that's
like
something that people know.
you offer private servers. This is especially with Minecraft. This is something they offer on their website. You can download the tools to host your own, right? That comes and it has this on it when you download it of all the warnings.
Yeah, right.
That come along with doing this, like letting people onto something secure, not being able to you need to understand that. That's why like things like the 2B2T server, that's all anarchy and stuff like that exists.
Yeah.
But I don't think like it's clear like Jennifer Gibbons here and the ESA in themselves don't seem to understand is that without those both community servers and private servers, Minecraft would not be the best-selling game today.
Yeah, right.
That means none of the YouTubers who are still going strong on the Minecraft thing
Yeah.
would exist.
Mm-hmm.
and not in just the community servers. Hermitcraft is a private server, not a community server.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean,
Just to point out a big one.
yeah. No, there's tons of
Yeah.
them. Like, yeah, they're probably the biggest one, but there's
The biggest
still
one I can think of.
there's still tons of them that have these private servers.
There's a bunch, and especially with like the Hermitcraft guys. I know this just because I know the Hermitcraft, which I've watched it enough. Is they all run community servers as well. They all have like
Yeah.
their
Mhm.
own little community server they run with their fans and stuff.
Yeah.
So it just shows lobbyists don't know what they're talking about, and they will lie blatantly
Yeah.
to make sure that they get what they want.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, is she lying? Was she just fed some of this stuff and got confused? I don't know. It feels like she's lying, though, that she willfully did this. And even if she didn't, this is something that these California representatives should look at in the future, because this bill isn't 100% dead. It can be brought up again. They did allow for changes to be made, which there's already been some. And sorry, what's his name? The guy who sponsored it. He's been very public that yes, he's totally open to changing it. I think it's pretty broad, and there needs to be better definitions in there. So I do agree with the committee on that. But if you listen to the whole thing, it was kind of a thing where he was like, hey, we need to have more things in here. And then he was questioned, like, why are there so many options down here? Why can't this be simple for people? And it shouldn't be. Like, honestly, what the changes that they had him do in the first place were better. But this is a different committee that he's talking to. This is the unfortunate way that some of these legal proceedings go down. But what was interesting is the way that when Jennifer Gibbons talks about these lawsuits, they have yet to talk about what, like, the ESA has not identified what these lawsuits are. So literally, is she just pulling stuff out of her ass and lying? Because that's what it seems like. Or was she confused? Because there probably are a good amount of lawsuits that the ESA is a part of against people.
I would say it's a
who
bit
are,
of both, because they're not going to just blatantly lie. So there's got to be some sort of.
But she did. Like, that's the problem. Is she did
like
blatantly lie.
all of it comes from like some sort of sense of truth. Like I stated earlier,
Yeah, I get
she
you.
has like a small sense in IP law, right? Like some of it is a little bit. She's wrong in every other aspect and stuff like that, but there's always like a kernel of truth. So I imagine that there's like a lawsuit or two that she can point to and be like, "Oh, yep, see, there's lawsuits."
Yeah, but these are different.
Which is why you don't specify the number and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, well, she did specify the number. She said that they're engaged in 2 lawsuits with on Microsoft's behalf over Minecraft. So, like, that's literally what she said. And there is no indication of that at all. Now, what she's possibly talking about are these quote-unquote community servers where people can buy pirated materials from. So are there, I mean, there's tons of those websites. It doesn't take anybody. I mean, I haven't looked at that stuff in a long time, but back in the day, it was really fucking rampant. Like, you can go get all the CD codes that you wanted and, you know, pirate things like crazy. You know, and there's always a risk of getting a virus or something along with those. But yeah, that's I'm sure they're still around, and I'm sure they still make a crap ton of money. And so if there was some communication that the public wasn't able to see, where her and this other committee member talked about the black markets. Maybe she was trying to drive the conversation towards that. Something got confused and it didn't come out the right way. That is the friendliest position that I could think of, but it also would be really scummy on the part of the committee members as well. So
It's also, bear in mind, she's doing her job. She's a lobbyist. She's just paid to say things.
But she's paid to be informative about this, and she wasn't responding. How
lobbyists rarely need to be informative.
No,
or
but that's
informed.
That's the expectation of them, and she obviously knew enough about these quote unquote black markets to know what's going on them. But conflating it with Minecraft, Mojang provided Minecraft server software is, I mean. How do you not know that when it's one of the biggest things about the gaming industry? It's in the very least willfully ignoring the very industry that you should be lobbying for. You're not doing your job, honestly, at that point.
Not well.
No. I mean, I'd argue you're not doing it at all. You're literally not paying attention.
My other little bit here, which I didn't realize this at the time, probably should have been talked about while you were talking about the Sony thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a response to this ESA's lobby thing, but it actually wasn't. The Video Game History Foundation called out the ESA recently. On Twitter. Well, I saw it on Twitter. But apparently they called them out. They called out the ESA in a response to the discontinuation of physical media from PlayStation and the closure of the PS3 and PSP digital storefronts. I actually thought this was about the other thing. But they're calling on something to be done, some meaningful solution to preserve digital only games.
No, the ESA works for these companies. So what do you want them to do?
Yeah. So in their statement, they said this is unfortunate news for those who still prefer buying games on physical media, and is certainly a hit to consumer rights and the resale market and game creators whose business rely on the physical market. But from the perspective of professional preservationists, this doesn't have much of an impact as you might expect. The reality is that the vast majority of video games produced over the last 2 decades were not made for a dedicated home video consoles, let alone pressed to the physical media. And even when they release on physical media, day one digital patch was all but guaranteed. Meaning that even though a disc is preserving data in an assembly way, it may not represent the game that people actually played.
Wait, so,
museums. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to ask who is saying this?
This is the VGHF, Video Game History Foundation.
Okay.
So they're approaching it from a museum perspective. It's important to keep in mind. Museums and archives have been preparing for this future for a while, with the expectation that putting discs on a shelf isn't going to be a long-term solution for preserving new games. What continues to baffle us in what the industry expects institutions like ours to do about that if platform owners are deciding to eliminate physical media and older digital storefronts, then we'd also like to see trade groups like the ESA offer meaningful solutions for archives and museums to legally preserve digital-only content and make it accessible for research. Everyone agrees this is a serious problem, but the ESA has repeatedly opposed the effort of cultural heritage institutions to reform digital copy protection laws to make it easier to do this work.
Yeah.
The industry needs to meaningfully come to the table on this issue, because asking museums to download a copy of Grand Theft Auto 6 and hoping it will run 50 years is not a preservation solution.
Agreed. But I don't know why we're talking to the ESA about this. So the ESA is not on gamer side.
No, they are not a consumer
No. So
group.
It's never been that way. I don't know why people have that opinion of them. It would be one thing if they were supposed to be that, and now they're doing this stuff. But
yeah, no, this call really needs to go directly to the publishers, right? Like,
yeah, it does.
Because at the end, they're the ones who keep deciding to take these games off and stuff.
But my problem with this is that this should have been harsher, because they're trying to say that, like, oh, well, games have been like this, that we're moving to this digital way, and there's always these day one patches. Like, games have been around for 55 years at this point, 56 years, something like that, right? It was early 70s. I think it was in 1970 that the first commercial game came out. And it's only been since around 2006 that day one patches have were becoming the norm instead of the exception. I'd say somewhere around there, right? Xbox 360 era.
Yeah.
So yeah, it hasn't been that way for as long as games have been around, not even half. So it hasn't been the norm overall. And it's something that I think people should be upset about in the game preservation and other aspects of this. So I don't know.
Yeah, should be more upset.
Yeah. One more thing, I do want to go back to the California hearing. One more thing with Jennifer Gibbons, because she starts off that whole presentation saying that it's kind of the same argument here, that the standard for books, music, movies, and software has been not to have this stuff in perpetuity. Movies, yeah, you can argue that. That has definitely been the case for digital, for sure. If you're talking about physical media, like no. As long as that disc works, as long as your CD player works, your Blu-ray player works,
VHS player,
yeah, you can continue
your
to
laser
use that.
disc,
your laser discs if you got some. Yeah, the 100%, those you could always use, which was part of the argument that the sponsor was talking about when he was giving his presentation to the committee. Now,
they're trying to do away with that too. I mean, with things like Spotify, where you're paying for a subscription for all the music.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that has been California has said, like, when it comes to like these services that you pay for, where you have a subscription, that's another thing. You're not buying the music. You're not telling people you're buying the music.
Well, no, you're buying a subscription, and that comes with understanding. What sucks though, and I think that happened, and I think it happened this week. I didn't put it in my news, but I think it happened. Is that PlayStation along with these shutdowns, it also is shutting down one of their movie things
Yep.
that people purchase movies on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're completely, it's not even that they're getting rid of the store. They're completely removing game or movies from people's libraries.
Yep. Which, for California, again, it's something that if you have that down in when you purchase the media individually, if it's there
That's in terms and services a lot.
yeah. That's what California requires. I don't think that's required on a national level, in any way, shape, or form. But yeah,
I mean, you see that in a lot of digital purchases, even in
You do.
video game purchases now.
But-
Like video games, music, movies, if you're purchasing it digitally, you often see in that agreement that they have the right to revoke it at any time for
Yeah.
any reason.
yeah. Now, when it comes to the music industry, Amazon, Apple, they allow you to download an MP3 DRM free once you have purchased a song. So, arguably, two of probably the three biggest digital music distributors do not do that. When it comes to books, ebooks, even Amazon will let you have you have to download it to their hardware, sure, or an approved hardware. There's like a small list, I think. And once that becomes incompatible, you can still read your books. Software. I mean, yes, there is software out there that is subscription based. You will lose access to it. But two of the biggest pieces of software out there, Windows, Office, they have perpetual licenses. Are they usually bought? No, but do they have them? Yes. So for her to say that that's not the norm, that they don't, other aspects of media do not use it.
I mean, what she was saying is that that's not the norm that they want.
No, she was saying it is not the norm that is in
I
place
know.
today.
I know what she said.
But you're
that's
saying
not,
that's
that's not what
exactly.
they want. The message is coming from those who want it to be what she is saying.
Yeah. Well, again, this is why I think she's lying. It's not there's just that
Well,
she doesn't understand. I think she's willfully lying. Why
Yeah.
would you point out
I
these
mean,
things?
that's what lobbyists do. That's like what they do.
So I don't know. I think when it comes up again, all of that should be pointed out that those were flat out falsehoods. But hopefully it gets another shot. It's frustrating because the fact that she could say all of this stuff just before the vote happened, because it probably did sway some of their opinions.
Oh, it most definitely do.
And
That's what they're there for.
Yep.
I mean, that's what lobbyists do.
Yep.
We should. That's why I don't like lobbyists.
Yeah. So we'll see where that ends up. I guess it's technically mine, huh? Sorry, I talked a lot about that. I read so much and I watched I watched the whole hearing, which it really wasn't that long, like because it's just like 20 minutes out of like a 2-hour hearing, and it was the very first one, so it was easy to find. But yeah, I mean, I saw all the videos that came out about it from Gamers Nexus and reading all the articles.
I think it was a little overblown. Like, again, they're lobbyists. It's what they're supposed to do.
It's just frustrating because it was
is
such
frustrating
a
to see,
blatant lie. And yeah, it's something that these committee members, even one of them pointed out, like, my colleagues here, they're not gamers. They probably don't understand a lot of this. But part of the issue is they should be hiring people that can explain that to them, that can give it to them in the proper terms, instead of just taking the words of one side versus the other. I'm not saying they should just blatantly be like, oh, yeah, like this is 100% good for the consumer. Their job is to suss that out. And if they do not understand the industry that they are voting on, like, you got to get some other help. I know it's not going to be possible for you to understand every single industry out there, but you got to get somebody that can explain it to you, in the least.
Well, what else you got?
Just
Sorry, push this one for a good minute.
we did. Sorry,
Trying to gas it a bit.
Yeah. So yeah, going along with earlier, PS6. Sony says that they are no longer going to be selling the PS6 or future consoles at a loss. They want to get all the money. So yeah, that's what you can expect, that with the news that the hardware is going to be costing about $900. If they don't want it to become a loss leader, then you're going to get over $1,000 console, especially since they're expecting prices to continue to go up.
Boy, really making sure that Steam doesn't look bad.
Right? And Nintendo.
Really don't want them to take all the work there from making sure that Steam's Steam machine $1,000 price tag doesn't seem like the most harmful thing to happen.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yep. Again, I think they're just alienating their user base here, because like you're obviously making changes to make more money, and then you're going to turn around and say, "Hey, we also need to make more money on the hardware." Like what?
Yep.
Like every single thing, you're just going to jack up the price for.
Yeah, and we pay for that. Yay!
Yeah, exactly. So.
Because they keep wasting all their money on AI.
Yeah.
From terrible business decisions, nothing but the consumer gets to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. So, yep. We'll see how the next set of consoles go. Sorry.
Speaking of consumers paying, Nintendo president says that the Pokemon Company is going to take measures to respond to scalping within the Pokemon TCG.
Yeah. What was it? GameStop had like $60 packs, was it?
Yeah.
The new ones?
Yeah. Anyways, Furukawa, president of Nintendo, said that with respect to the Pokemon trading card game offered by the Pokemon Company, which is an equity method subsidiary of Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
We are aware of instances where limited quantity cards are purchased in large volume, leading to high price reselling in the market. In response, the Pokemon Company is taking various measures, including made-to-order sales and agreements with marketplace operators for online priority drawings for certain products. I understand that the Pokemon Company also plans to use an account verification method that utilizes my number cards. Okay, I guess that's government issued ID cards in Japan.
I see.
Nintendo also communicates with the Pokemon Company as needed to discuss appropriate ways to deliver product to consumers. We believe that the Pokemon Company will continue to take measures to respond to this issue.
It's a problem. I'm glad they're trying to combat it, because it's a huge thing right now. Like,
it's become ridiculous. Like, as a person who plays, Magic and has seen what scalping can do, Magic has had different ways to do it, but we still have it. We still experience it.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's
real recently, we both, me and Andrew, really wanted the Goblin Storm, Precon, Secret Lair, and that sold out in 32 minutes and was instantly up for resale for like $900.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, like a few decades ago, people were like, it's just gone the way of the Beanie Babies, you know, like you were told that it might make you a little bit, or that it was going to make you a lot of money, and it maybe made you a little bit of money, but it's not going to go anywhere. And now that's not that case. Like, Beanie Babies ain't making anybody money, but these cards are.
Well, I think a big part of that, I talked to Andrew about it earlier, I think a lot of it is like manufactured hype from like online social media.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that. While it's going, you could probably make a pretty decent money if you get lucky enough. But really, like, the people who are suffering the most from any of it are the people who like it and want to play the game.
100%.
Magic's done a number of different things throughout the years to try and alleviate it. Obviously, nothing's perfect, but it's good to see something being done.
Yeah,
because people having to like fight each other for MSRP Pokemon product is not really good.
Right? I mean, the amount of videos that I see just in my feed of like people upset at other people in line, like, yeah, I get it. They're probably scalpers, like, especially when they're buying multiple, right? And doing weird shit. But it's like that level has risen like crazy. Like, used to be a thing that you'd see every now and then, and now it's all the time.
Yeah, it'd be like a real, like, a special edition thing's coming out. People are gonna go crazy over it. And that's like every release for Pokemon, and it's insane.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. Next up, I got what do I got here?
What do you got?
Oh yeah, here we go. Another interesting little quick tidbit. There's this game, Cinder City. It's a open world game. It was asking for minimum requirements for 64 gigs of RAM.
What the hell?
Yes, 64 gigs of RAM. Which just price prohibitively
you can't
expensive.
Have all my RAM,
right? I mean,
that's all my RAM. I need other stuff. I need if you want me to play your game, I need to be able to do other things as well.
Yeah,
my computer needs to function.
Yeah, do you want us to stream this at all? Because I mean, you're not going to get anybody to stream this. Now, they have said that they have done some optimization, and now it's only down to 32 gigs of RAM. That's still crazy high.
That's insane.
Now, the game does look really good, but they need to do some better optimization. You need to get that down to 16.
I don't care how good your goddamn game looks.
Yeah, no.
That ain't fucking worth it.
16 has only been very recently, like, the new, like, this is what you need. Pushing past that right now, you're not going to sell any games. Any games that you do sell, they're going to be returned for the most part. So, I mean, good luck. Again, it does look good. I'm just visually. I'm not saying, gameplay wise, but that's too much in this economy. You need to optimize. Fucking 64 gigs of RAM.
That's insane. I'm mind blown. It is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I just got one more thing.
You got two more things.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, Union and the CD Projekt, right?
Oh, yeah. This one was just more funny. So CD Projekt is rebranding to CD Projekt Red, which makes it super easy and not confusing in the slightest, because CD Projekt Red is still CD Projekt Red and will remain CD Projekt Red, but now CD Projekt is also CD Projekt Red. Did I clarify that?
That was the best sentence ever. Thank you for that. The problem is that it is absolutely accurate. Shit.
Yeah, everything I said is 100% true. That's exactly what happened. That's what this news article basically states. So CD Projekt, which is the parent company to CD Projekt Red, the gaming company, are rebranding to kind of come under one whole umbrella labeled CD Projekt Red. It actually makes sense, but it is also very sillily confusing.
Yeah.
When you talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's actually not that hard to understand. It's all very logical. Parent company is rebranding into just being labeled CD Projekt Red. But the gaming company is still part of its own little division.
Yeah, I think they do need a slightly different name. Just anything. I don't care what you throw at the end there. Just something small,
It's awesomely hilarious.
It is awesomely hilarious.
I love every second of it.
Name changes are good. But yeah, I think it makes sense, so.
This doesn't really change anything for their plans or nothing. Just a little rebrand.
Last little thing I got was some silliness for the latest Marvel Rivals Creator Tournament. We had another situation where one person decided that they didn't want to play basically with their team, take some suggestions and really try to win. They were more concerned about just having fun. They just wanted to play some Squirrel Girl. They said it multiple times. Blew up into this thing where it was like, you're in a tournament, like, why are you... Like, there's people who really want this money because it was $300,000 was the prize pool. Which...
Yeah, and apparently there was like... I was kind of reading about this. Apparently there was like more than just the prize pool. Like, you can get paid depending on how far into the tournament you made it.
Oh, yeah.
So every little bit counted too.
Yeah,
for making something out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So... it was one of those things where it's like when your whole team is really trying to win that prize, and you're the one person on there who's like, no, I just want to have fun. That's not what those tournaments are here for. On top of that, somebody else who really wanted to be in the tournament and had a shot at the prize pool, you've taken the spot away from them. So it's kind of shitty all around.
I think it's shitty to do that after the fact. Like, if you had come beforehand, like, I think we mentioned it last one, you come beforehand and say what you want to get out of this, it might lead to you not being able to participate because no one wants, everyone's there for different reasons. But I do think it's a little like
disingenuous.
It's rude. It's just kind of rude.
Agreed.
Like, I get that you're there to have fun. We should all be there. It should be part fun, but it's also like a competition, and that money might not mean anything to you because you're a little bit bigger of a creator or whatever. But there's people there that it does.
Yeah,
matter.
Exactly.
That little bit does matter. That's the only reason, like, that they're going to be able to do this tournament is because they're going to get something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So the even worse part about this, though, is what happened afterwards. He goes on the stream and he starts calling out all the women on his team, and basically says, "Oh, he was in a tournament before with XQC, who was also on his team this time, allegedly, apparently." And he was like, "And we won that one. We didn't win this one, but these girls were on our team. I'm just saying." Now he goes on, he came out later saying he wasn't trying to insinuate anything, when it comes to sexism. But how else are you supposed to take that, buddy? How else? It was absolutely crazy, especially since two of those women were defending him.
Yeah.
So they of course got upset. It's this weird. I think Marvel, Like the previous tournament wasn't handled by Marvel or NetEase or any of those official channels, but I think Marvel really needs to take care in setting up their own tournaments to avoid these sort of things. I don't think they've ever done that. They've had problems every single tournament as well. So
no, something needs to happen better because either expectations aren't being shared properly, or
you just have a bad community.
People aren't being vetted enough. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
or you just have a shitty community. Although it is good to note that like people not willing to change, to switch up the character isn't regulated to like just your normal everyday play. It's even happening in tournaments where shit's actually out the line. It's good to know that stuff is still happening where people won't fucking switch up.
Right, you're not the only one.
At least you're not alone.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, okay, well, I do just have one last bit now.
Yeah,
and I'll leave off with a little bit of, we'll call it good news, or nice news.
Yeah,
warm feelies. So game developers across the United States and Canada, members of the United Video Game Workers, CWA. I forgot what the CWA stands for.
Canadian Workers Association.
Yeah.
Might be in French.
Have set up a hardship fund to provide a financial lifeline for struggling developers impacted by layoffs. The fund will support workers across the United States and Canada who have lost their job as a result of the wave of job cuts that have swept across the video game industry. Eligible applicants can request either a small cash sum of up to $1,000 or a larger amount ranging from $1,000 to $5,000. Funds can be requested for a range of reasons, included basic life expenses such as groceries, medical bills, and rent. Both unions, the UVW and the CWA, stress that applicants do not need to be members of the union to seek.
Oh, that's cool.
Those who wish to support the initiative financially must join the union, however, as the fund is being financed via membership dues. Because that's why you pay them.
Yeah.
That's why you pay those dues.
Right.
For cool things like this. And in the posts by them, in order to apply for the fund, you just fill out the application form. A team of volunteers will review the application and prioritize it based on need. If an application requires further clarification, they'll reach out. You may be asked to provide additional supporting evidence and to chat with an application reviewer. Do keep those in mind. After receiving funds, let's see. You receive an email confirming whether you have or have not approved for funds, and after receiving them, they will reach out in order to document your expenses for an impact report that they'll make public towards the end of the year. So if you're interested, you can always go to the UVW/CWA website and see how to apply.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. I wonder how many Xbox people are going to take advantage of this, because, yeah. The union workers from Microsoft have a lot to say.
Rightfully so.
But that's good that
Rightfully
that's happening. So, small tidbit. I didn't read the article, but I heard Rockstars is pushing for union recognition. Did we talk about that last
We
week?
did last time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw that headline, I was like, this sounds familiar. I don't know if we talked about this on the show or not, but
Yeah, I talked about it after the 31 workers.
yeah.
I know. I think it was this week. We didn't have it last time, but I think this week they did put in the official request for it to be
Okay.
voluntarily recognized,
Mm-hmm.
which we haven't gotten a response from.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen.
Okay.
Maybe they haven't. I just haven't seen it yet. But
Yeah.
as of right now, they have not been voluntarily recognized.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we'll see. At least these union things seem to be going better lately than not. So hopefully that continues. Even if other things in the industry are getting trampled on right now. But that's it for the news. Yeah. Let's go into our weeks. I can go first this time if you guys like. I got a real short one, so. First up, gaming wise, I have played some Rhythm Heaven, Groove. Such a good game. It's Rhythm Heaven at its finest so far. The new kind of like single player adventure RPG thing is pretty cool. Yeah, it's more Rhythm Heaven. It's exactly what I wanted. Multiplayer, I haven't touched any of that yet, but hopefully I'll get to play some with Rianne here soon. And then I'll let you guys know. But it's really, really fun. If you like music games.
I do like a nice rhythm game.
Yeah, and like,
which I'm currently playing.
I mean, the animations are super simple, but it adds something to it in a way, I feel like, because I feel like a lot of music video games, they're like flashy and all in your face and whatnot, right? So that...
Oh, shots fired as dead as Disco. Right, let's see you.
I mean, no disrespect to any of them. I think I like that sort of stuff.
I think it has a charm to it.
Yeah, it's a different pace. And it's actually something that Rianne was saying that the visualness of it is too much for her sometimes when doing music games, which is why she doesn't tend to like them.
They could be overwhelming for sure.
So yeah, it's different. I think it's a good change of pace, which is probably why I like it, because yeah, for the most part, it's like I feel more relaxed playing Rhythm Heaven than like the Guitar Heroes and the whatnots, you know. So it's really good. If you like music games, check it out.
I like the flashy ones, but I also like the not flashy ones.
Yeah.
Maybe I will check it out.
The overly flashy is why I had a problem with the Elite Beat Agents.
That's fair. Yeah, because there is a lot of that. It's trying to
There's
be.
There's a lot of overly flashy, and not that it's bad in a sense, especially for that. Like, it fits its style really well, but like it did make the game like more difficult than it needed to be for me.
Yeah,
because it would often distract me from hitting things correctly.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not to say that that's not inside Rhythm Heaven. They do those things where it's like, oh, the screen goes dark, or you know, it only focuses on your little character on the screen, so that you have to rely more on listening to the song than getting the visual feedback. But again, the way it does it is it almost does it in a way where you get to focus with your ears a lot easier, because it's getting rid of all the visual clutter, even more so. So yeah. What else? That's really it. Gaming wise, we played a small amount of Resident Evil 4. Last time I played, I was not feeling so good, so we ended up cutting that short. So hopefully I'll be able to go back to that soon. And then haven't read any more books or whatnot. TV wise, From. You guys watched the?
Finish it?
Yeah, I think we all saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all saw that coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot
So
of people died.
we'll see. We'll see where this is going, but I think it's a good setup for the final season.
It was the best episode of the season.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
So it all just depends on how they tie this up, whether it's going to be a good show or not. If things start coming together completely, if more things start getting addressed completely, they have the chance
Like
to.
one more season.
Yep. So we'll see. But I think it's a pretty good setup for going into the next season. I was happier with it than not. More Vampire Lestat. Absolutely great. Top-notch show. Everyone should check it out. It's the writing is so well done, the acting is so well done. Yeah, once we get closer to the end of the season, I'll talk a little bit more on it, but that's going real good. And I think that's it for me.
Nice.
Who's next?
I can go next here. I played a few things and watched a few things this week. I got things to talk about. Still playing Dead as Disco. I like it. It's fun. It's a fun rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty early access. They haven't done too much to the game yet. They did have a update last month. Added some new songs, but long road ahead to get out of the early access still.
Yeah.
Waiting for the multiplayer to get implemented into this game before I can start doing multiplayer. I think I have leaderboards, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what actual multiplayer is gonna entail.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been fun. Started playing the new class came out for Darktide, so checking that out. The Skitari class. Also playing a little bit of Darktide. That's still a good game. I like Darktide.
Mm-hmm.
Surprising amount of people still on there too. Like I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they did just get a new DLC and everything, so probably gonna their numbers
Bring
will be up
some
a
back.
little bit, but and it's on Game Pass too, so I imagine that helps. Although I was looking at the people playing specifically on Steam when I was looking at it, so I guess that wouldn't have helped those numbers, but very, very active player base still. I quite like Darktide. It's fun. New class is pretty fun. I was looking at the reviews at it and I saw like a bunch of negative ones, and they were all just people bitching about like cosmetic stuff about them.
Mm.
There's just like with the like premium DLC you can get with some extra cosmetic crap.
Yeah.
There's all of the negative things I saw that people had to say about it. Other than that, people were like, yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool class. I like it. It's really fun. They kind of redid the skill tree on it, so now it's more of a skill web where you start in the middle and just work your way out to whatever you want to do, rather than just like going down a pretty linear path.
Does it make more sense that way?
I mean, well, make sense how? You mean like intuitive to leveling up? Or,
Yeah.
No, I think it actually makes more sense to just do the linear thing. But I feel like I feel like it's more fun.
Oh, okay.
And it gives you more like diversity of build with the new one.
Okay.
With doing like a skill web instead of just a skill tree. They get a lot more like diversity of builds with that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it.
Yeah.
Whereas otherwise you're kind of just locked into like whichever branch you're kind of following with it. I mean, the game's pretty good about their skill trees. They've got like 3 pretty distinct ways to play any class on the skill trees. You can just take stuff from other paths, kind of augment your build. So you can kind of set it up to your own play style. But this is the first one they put out where it's really like, just kind of make whatever you want. You're not really locked into any of these. Not even as like a recommendation. I mean, I guess there's like three pretty distinct areas of the web that have their own focus, but I don't know, it feels a little bit more freeform. I like it. Not as intuitive, I would say, but I don't know. I've already got a few hundred hours in that game. I know how to use it. Well, I wouldn't recommend, and well, it's a DLC class anyway. I wouldn't recommend it being the first class you play on there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I like them quite a bit. I think it's a fun class. I like that faction anyway from 40K. That's like my favorite faction. So I haven't gotten there's 2 other DLC classes, and I've never even paid money for them or anything. Never tried them, never touched them. Wasn't super interested, but they put out my favorite faction as a class, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get this. But it's pretty fun. The other classes might be fun too. Christian got him, but I don't think he's played any yet.
No, we were gonna plan on playing.
Yeah, we were talking about playing, but yeah,
this weekend. But
we got distracted doing other stuff, like watching Obsession, which that's the big thing I gotta yap about. Holy shit, that movie's so good. Finally watched it, and now I see why, on a budget of $750,000, that movie made what, $374 million.
Oh,
box
yeah, really?
office?
Dang.
Yeah,
I've heard it's good, but dang, that's crazy.
It's really good. It's I mean, it's a comedy horror for sure, but both of those things work really well. They're not fighting against each other like I feel like happens a lot with comedy horrors, where you lose the horror
Yeah.
because it's too funny. You know, the tone of the movie. Like Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a hilarious movie, but it's not really very scary, even on the parts that are supposed to be scary, because the whole tone of the movie is kind of goofball.
Mm-hmm.
Not to hate on that. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies, but not a great horror movie. Like,
Yeah.
but this one is definitely keeps its horror tone while also, like, the jokes land. They're good. It's a really good movie. I'd recommend it to just about anybody, actually. I don't think there's well, unless people really have like problems with some of the themes that are explored in it.
Like what?
Or Obsession.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I
mean, you know, like the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
Manipulate it.
Yeah.
For trigger warning purposes, it would be like essay a little bit, and like
Mm-hmm.
Not even a little bit,
and
pretty,
like
clearly.
domestic violence, and
so I wouldn't say someone. I wouldn't recommend it to someone who just got out of like an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does explore. Yeah, it explores a lot of those themes. It takes them very seriously, and it's a good exploration of those themes. It's just I wouldn't recommend somebody that's going to be triggered for it a while.
Yeah, and I feel like it. I mean, the trailers and whatnot were very clear on that. So
yeah.
So like,
they do. Yeah.
That would
they do even more of a job of like a good job of like being like, this is the big theme of our movie, even on the advertising, even more so than the actual like concept of the movie, which is like monkey paw, you know, be careful what you wish for kind of like that's just like the plot synopsis. Not a very original story, but the way that it's told is fantastic. I really enjoyed the film. Just another fucking like sketch comedy to horror movie guy, like that's just like blowing up the industry. I've heard some people start calling it the Kriegerification after the Whitest Kid You Know guy, Zach Krieger, came out and made 2 really good horror movies. Before that, Jordan Peele made 3 really good horror movies. And now we got this other guy coming from YouTube doing sketch comedy on YouTube,
right?
To, you know, being like a hugely grossing film, like setting records and stuff. They're like the most profitable festival pickup that any studio has ever gotten.
Sounds like it.
Because Focus paid like 14 million for the rights of the movie, which I'm sure like Curry Barker, the writer or the creator, was like more than happy to take for the movie. So they only spent $750 to make it.
Right.
I don't think he just took that for the movie, but like, you know, they paid that for the distribution rights to the movie. I'm sure Curry Barker is hopefully also getting a cut of that 374 million box office.
I hope so, because there's nothing probably more disappointing when something that you sign away blows up, right?
Well, I mean, as far as launching his career, he's already signed and they've cast for another movie, and there's talks of doing a TV show spin-off of Obsession. But they've already got with like Aaron Paul and Bryce Dallas Howard are going to be starring in his next movie. Like they're getting A-list celebrities for it. Somebody's putting a lot of money behind this guy now.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how that plays out.
It's just
that's not what he could do with an under $1 million budget. So I'd like to see what he could do with like a real budget and A-list celebrities and stuff.
It's just something that you hear a lot from like even like what's the term? Very successful music artists where they're like, yeah, we got tricked into basically giving away all this money and work for free.
The music industry is the worst for it.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah,
it would probably be worse. It'd probably be more risky for this guy getting into it if he was an actor rather than actors can definitely get screwed over more. But he seems to be doing a pretty good job of like maintaining possession of, because I guess like creative freedom is a really important thing for him. So
that's good.
Doing a good job of holding on to his stuff. No, I don't think he's getting screwed over by studios. And even if he did get screwed over on this particular movie, he's gonna be getting work.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he got paid in exposure. Making a studio millions of dollars off of your like little festival movie is definitely good exposure.
It's a good way to make every studio look at you.
Yeah, you're gonna get work.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sure he's got a pretty decent contract on it. Honestly, he probably has a pretty in his favor contract because probably nobody knew exactly what they were sitting on there. I don't think anybody thought that movie would blow up the way that it did.
I mean, he's done really good. Corey Bakers, he's won like awards for a couple of shorts, and like he just clearly has
a few horror shorts. Yeah,
he's got a background in movie filmmaking.
Well, that's what that's what he started as. I mean, he went to like that's where he met the other guy that he does everything with. Who was in like he was one of the characters in Obsession too. He's one of the actors in that movie. And he's in all of his YouTube shorts. But him and that other guy met at like film school and started doing goofy ass YouTube shorts together. But wanted to do like real stuff, so they started making these like horror movies and horror movie shorts and stuff. They're very, very competent. I would say the one thing that could use some and it works sometimes in the movie, but the one thing that could use some work is like a lot of the dialogue scenes in the movie are like formulated like a YouTube short, where it's just that really punchy cameras cutting back and forth dialogue. Which that's his background. That's the shorts that he's always making. That's probably his strongest thing to way of presenting dialogue. But there were some parts of the movie where like that wasn't really very good. It's good for like comedy delivery, but it didn't work well in some parts of the movie. Some parts of the movie it does work where it's supposed to be like funnier scenes, but sometimes it just made the dialogue feel a little bit I don't know, punchy, a little too punchy, a little unrealistic. But I mean, other than that, that's like the only critique I have about the movie. And like even presenting dialogue like that, it was working in a lot of the scenes when it was supposed to be funnier. But towards the end of the movie, that dialogue choice doesn't really feel as good. Where shit's really popping off towards when you get into like the third act of the movie. But yeah, I mean, that's the only bad thing I have to say about the movie. And that's just kind of a nitpick. Other than that, everything was like very well done. The performances are outstanding. Obviously, I love the writing and directing. It's thematically deep. Like the movie has a lot to say about its theme. So if you like dissecting movies, there's like a lot to unpack in that movie, while also just being generally entertaining. It's not, it doesn't get so involved in its message that it's not telling a good story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Definitely a good one.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, so.
Yeah. That's what, like 92% on Rotten Tomatoes or something too? Like holding a pretty high score on theirs. That's typical. Rotten Tomatoes always leans very low.
Oh yeah, right.
It's just because of the way that they tally their scores versus any other website. They have like a different system for it. I forget exactly how it works, but they have this weird system for it that just kind of gives everything a lower average score.
Yeah. I think that was a thing that I read about Vampire Lestat. Let me see if it's still that way, but on Rotten Tomatoes it had a 100% from critics and like a 90% from the peeps. Yeah, still at that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely loved Obsession. That was super good. Could you say you're
super good?
obsessed with it?
I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, I went and did research on how much money it made.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies where I was thinking about it several days after watching it. I'm still thinking about it. Still like dissecting it.
Okay, cool.
That's the kind of movies I really like. Those movies that stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one big kill is still stuck in my head, and I don't think it'll leave.
Not a big body count, not a lot of like violent things in the movie, but boy, when the violence was violent there,
yeah.
Apparently, they actually had to cut that. They had to tone that down a little bit too from the
wow.
from the original cut. After it got picked up from the festivals. Apparently that horn gets honked a lot more times. I'll explain this without spoilers. Apparently that horn gets honked a lot more times before they like cut away or before they like stop. Apparently they cut like 15 honks out of that, where it's just like comically long amount of time. But for an R rating, they needed to tone some of that down a little bit.
Yeah.
One of the few like actually violent scenes in the movie.
It's visceral and it is still with me.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, the horror elements are very well done. The violence is sudden and extreme when it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's very effective in the movie. Good job all around. Look forward to seeing more. Like it's get a lot of good stuff in horror lately, and it's been nice. It's been nice. Hopefully it doesn't sell out now that he's got studio money. And then we got I guess I gotta watch The Backrooms next. I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, I gotta check
that out too. That's the other horror movie. Although that one actually had some, well, it has a lot of money behind it. That one.
Yeah.
A24 is doing that one, so that one had a budget and has like A-list actors in it.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Exit 8.
We did watch Exit 8, yeah. That one was pretty fun. I liked that one quite a bit, especially taking such a like thin premise that is the Exit 8 video game and making a movie out of it. Yeah, they did a really good job. That was a fun one too.
Yeah, I need to check that one out too.
Didn't love it as much as I loved us. I kind of just ended up watching what's probably going to end up being my favorite horror movie of the years. So everything else is now going to be compared to Obsession that I watch for the next like couple months.
Feel bad for every other movie.
Yeah, so it's rough. It's rough for those movies. Bad time to be a horror movie. I'm gonna be judging you harshly.
So much negativity.
Yeah. Finished up from been watching Rick and Morty. This has been good. Rick and Morty, new season of Rick and Morty has been good.
I need to watch that too.
We're back onto some like episodic shit instead of this.
Yeah, you guys were saying that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, just doing like fun adventures. No arcing or anything. Yeah, it's nice. Good comfort Rick and Morty TV.
Yeah.
The Rick and Morty we all love. Yeah, we were talking about that last week too, but it continues to be good. I've been enjoying that. I fucking knew they were going to drop that goddamn Golem storyline. I told you they would drop that. That didn't pay out at the end of the season.
That didn't do nothing.
Nope.
Fatima did goddamn fuck all for half that season, but they needed to have her doing something, so they had to do some plot point they're going to drop. And what was with the dolls and stuff? That didn't really tie into anything either for the end. the dolls in the lake.
Yeah, again, I think they can still pull that in if they go that route. Guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
But
I don't know.
I feel like
they got me. They have one
dropping plots a lot.
yeah,
They got one season. Thank God that's the end of it. Because honestly, this one was almost borderline. I stopped watching. That last episode was good though.
see,
It was a good episode.
and I haven't been looking online, but I assume that I'm not coming up with any big theories that are different than what people are putting online. But one of the ones that I had is that it had to do with imagination, and that this is a place where like people's fears in the broader sense of things come to life.
When those dolls come to life, then that girl wasn't scared of them dolls.
No, again, it's not a specific person; it's a broader thing. So it can take.
Well, no, remember it.
but-
that is mentioned because Homeboy
They do mention that,
mentions.
Yeah.
but I feel like that's another like plot that they kind of dropped.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And speaking to what you were saying last time, that is this because like that is out there? Because I feel like it was really hinting at that, and so maybe
it was hinting that originally, yeah, that it was just some kind of like extra dimensional space that manifests people's fears that are in it. Yeah, first couple of seasons are really leaning hard that way, and then they kind of.
I thought they would have
just forget about it.
Well, yeah, I wonder
if Fatima was on. Like, at first, I thought it was going to connect, right? Because like, we find out the fear thing, and then Fatima starts building that one thing, and I was like, well, maybe there's like a connection that it's not just like their fears that they can get to be like real, right?
Exactly, right.
But
That's
then
what I thought too.
nothing comes of it.
They don't. Yeah,
Literally nothing comes of it.
Well, again,
it's like forgotten and not even mentioned for the last like 3 episodes.
I know there's got to be just a ton of dirt in that attic room she's doing that stuff in. That whole fucking house is going to collapse,
right? But yeah,
or at least that roof's coming in, or the floor is gonna cave.
So
there's way too much dirt up there.
I don't know if it's going to be a thing where they do just drop it, and that was just a red herring because that's what the community was thinking. And I don't know. This is why I am disappointed in the internet, because I feel like there's so much subversion that happens in shows nowadays that if they do just truly completely drop it, because again, there isn't a mention of it, and there isn't a mention of a lot of things that have happened from the past too in the show.
They drop a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can call them red herrings,
we'll
but I mean, when you're dropping half your plot lines, it's not really a red herring so much as you're just trying to throw all the bullshit at the wall.
Agreed, right? Like,
it seems like a vague, and at the most dishonest, it seems like a vague attempt, like a shitty attempt to try and keep like your audience from ever knowing. So instead, we're going to go ahead and waste the half of a season. This season was like really rough. I don't I like this show. Especially the first
got some poor treatment this season, yeah.
Especially the first 3 seasons, I really liked it, but this season almost broke me on watching this show.
I don't know.
The only reason I'm continuing is because it's only one more season.
I don't know. I feel like it's this season was par for the course in that they give you these little tidbits, but brought in the wider mystery. I feel like that's been everything since season 2, which is it's part of why I am glad that it is the last season though, because maintaining that, it's difficult.
Maybe it's just more egregious because we're approaching the end. It's one thing to have
Yeah.
those buildups on that, but now we're like this is your penultimate season. Low, penultimate season should be pretty good, right?
I think it depends. It should be. It should be a builder,
big thing,
which is what it's doing.
Big things happening leading to the end game.
Yeah, and I feel like it's done that, but the show has been a pretty good, 2 big things per season, that happen. I feel like there's like a mid-season thing where it raises
But this one
the
didn't
stakes
really
a
even
little.
have that.
Yeah, I guess
We got
it did.
We got the
I-
man in
I-
yellow who never really came to much of anything besides getting him to fail a little bit. Tabitha and Jay got stuck down in the tunnels for a little bit. That's what she's accomplished thus far.
Yeah, well,
And
I mean,
Then everything else has been dropped. The
she's
dolls
been
dropped.
getting her hands in everything.
Well, yeah.
Well,
And
she also
she's
at the
she's
end of
all-
the season, she stole all the talismans, and
She's obviously like a big,
It's been causing problems in the last season.
Yeah,
She's kind of the show up of the big bad, and I'm willing to
Yeah,
accept her not having that big of a role. But that's why I think this season was just a lot weaker. It doesn't really have any big thing happening. Everything just kind of happened. We almost had Donna die. Maybe that would have added a bit
Twice.
more impact. Yeah, twice.
count it now because it might happen at least 2 more times.
The Fatima thing was kind of cool, but they kind of give that game away a little bit. I kind of expected something like that was happening. I didn't know that she was turning into exactly one of them, but
I don't know why she had her whole golem thing.
I thought maybe they would tie.
The other half of the season was.
I thought maybe they'd tie in
actually happened with Fatima.
I thought that maybe they tie in her dying to the golem thing. She's just kind of she made herself a new flesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that could still happen. I don't know. Yeah,
anything could happen because they have
I
so
think
many
that's-
drop plot lines. They could just pick any one of them up and be like, "Oh, this is the reason for that."
I just think this season was a bit more disappointing than it's been.
I get you.
I think they are struggling to keep the mystery box going. I don't know if it was strong enough to hold up to 5 seasons. So we get a lot of wasting our time stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it all depends on what happens next season, right?
Yep.
That's the problem with these sort of shows. You don't know until the end.
Well, I mean, the show's definitely spinning its wheels a little bit. I do know that. I see that.
Well, but I mean, that's the
But
thing is
it's a TV show. They're just
yeah.
they need filler episode. Every TV show has filler episodes. It's not always all gas.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a mini series or something. But
Right. Yeah.
any regular ass TV show is gonna have filler episodes. So that's not. It just felt like a lot of filler episode. Half of the 4th season was filler episodes for From.
Well, see, and that's the thing. That's why I wonder, because it was back in season 3 that they said there's 2 more seasons. We know how this is going to end. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of I mean, look at Lost. They didn't realize that they were starting to spin their wheels until they were making more than a few episodes where they're like, what the fuck are we doing? So to know that they're already had a plan before they got to a point of feeling like there is too many of those makes me wonder if that's what is going on, or if there is something more to it. And it all just depends on how they do it. I mean, it's really easy to not hit the mark on it for sure. So
I mean, maybe
with
we'll get
mystery
us.
boxes, yeah, it's easy to tell a mystery box until you got to show the audience what's in the mystery box.
yeah, exactly.
And you do have to show that Otherwise, people are just gonna feel like they're wasting your time. with the
Precisely.
show.
Yep.
But if you don't have a satisfactory thing in that mystery box, then people are gonna feel like they wasted their time with your show.
hmm
So it is, yeah. It's a risky thing to use. J.J. Abrams loves them. He uses them in like all of his stuff.
Yeah.
To middling results, honestly. It's just the same. It runs into the same problem a lot. Is we've got 5 seasons of this mystery box, and they've explained so little of it. Or well, we've had 4 seasons so far, but we're gonna have 5 seasons of this mystery box. That's a long time of not explaining much of anything. I guess all we really know is like the kids keep bringing Jade and Tabitha back.
hmm
And that's about.
And we've
That's
known
about
that
the
for
only,
like 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's the only like definitive thing we like understand about how anything's working there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think hopefully they'll be able to wrap it up. But
Well, now we know I guess that's a spoiler. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Spoilers ahead. We do also know now that the boy is a good guy.
Well, he's the opposite, right?
Yeah, I think he's supposed
He's
to be
the
kind
man
of
in
like,
yellow's opposite.
he's supposed to be the Christ Antichrist sort of dichotomy.
yeah,
Anything else? No.
I
Okay.
think so. I'm trying to think if I did play or watch anything else. Was there? Oh, Widow's Bay. Started watching Widow's Bay. That's been fun. A fun little horror comedy show. Very different horror comedy than Obsession.
Mhm.
It's different balancing of tones there. This one's a lot more comedy forward.
This
Well,
feels.
it's like clever comedy. I like it. It's a good show.
You might like it, Frankie. It feels kind of like someone made the Twin Peaks with like with humor being in like the foreground, like
Mhm.
or in your background, and mix that with like a Lovecraftian story of a Rhode Island, like a little island that is trying to bring tourism to its shores, or the mayor is trying to bring tourism to its shores.
Yeah,
When
it's haunted as shit.
When the island becomes alive and spooky things start happening.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Stephen Root's in it.
And
I love
Stephen
Stephen Root and everything. He's always
Yeah.
a selling point to me and stuff.
hmm
And I don't really know any of the other actors in it. I don't think I've seen them in much of anything. But I've seen Stephen Root in everything. 'Cause he's in everything. But yeah, I think that is it. I think that's about all I did. About all I did this week. Busy week though. Watched some stuff.
Yeah.
Played some games. Played some more Power World, but kind of just waiting. At this point, I think I'm just gonna wait until the 1.0 comes out
Mhm.
next week.
That's fair.
But be finished with that game for a bit. See what the 1.0 looks like. Hopefully some cool stuff. Maybe we get a little multiplayer game going.
hmm
Now that I'm a whiz at that game, I learned everything about it.
Have to teach us the ropes.
Yeah. If I remember them, yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. Well, that's all I did. What did you do, Christian? Besides the things I already talked about that you watched with me.
Although, yeah, we did our TV show thing. That's fine. Watched all that.
I had to gush about Obsession. The movie was so good.
It was good. It was really good. I quite enjoyed it. I'm glad I finally got to see it. I also really like that Exit 8, which I find kind of just like, it doesn't have it does horror pretty well. It's not like it has a whole lot of jump scares. It's got a couple little jump scares, but it's just more of this like hopeless situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I liked it. Let's see. What have I played? Mina. We played some more Mina the Hollower.
Yeah.
I like that game. I think I started figuring it out. I got like a little bundle of incremental games. And I'm playing one now. It's called Loot Loop, and I just beat it. I think I
Nice.
literally just went from the beginning of. In order to beat it, you have to beat it twice,
Mm.
right? The final stage doesn't unlock until you do like the prestige thing
Mhm.
and send yourself back down to the beginning. But I think literally in the podcast here, I just went through the entire second prestige and beat the game. But I did it with a nice little note here, since there wasn't a whole lot of credits. It just ends with a note from the developer.
Yeah.
It's
That's
cute.
cool.
Let's see. I started playing a little bit of like the original Dead Island game,
Oh.
which I never really played
Yeah.
back in the day.
Me neither.
But I not too long ago got like a bundle that had like all of them
Mm-hmm.
for like $10 or something. Like it was some ridiculous cost. I was like, okay, I've never played those. I'll play them.
Yeah.
So I'm playing that. That's fun. Although one of the very few first person games where it's actually easier and better to control it with a controller because of its like auto aim assist
Mm-hmm.
thing limb, like because it auto locks onto like certain limbs,
Yeah.
but that really fucks with me when it comes to controlling with the mouse. I don't know why it does, but man,
It just feels off.
yeah, it throws me just completely off.
Yeah.
So there was that. And then man, not much. The other couple incremental games that came in this little bundle, I got it because one of them was called Chef Night. And you like go into the dungeon and kill things in like a survival, like vampire survivor type thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're just in a room trying to get lower and lower. You can beat it or whatever. It has stages. Then you cook that stuff. You like gather ingredients. You come back and you cook up dishes, and then you sell them to like goblins. You sell those dishes to goblins, and that's your
Yeah.
currency for like leveling up and doing all your incremental stuff. So it's pretty funny, pretty cute. I haven't beat that one yet. Man, what else? It's not much.
Yeah. 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 It's been a week.
Yeah. Mostly playing these boring games. Nothing really cool. I mean, the Dead Island, that's been all right. It's definitely showing its age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go and play that because I've always wanted to check it out, but I never have. So
So far it's pretty fun. I mean, it's pretty average. Like I said, it's showing its age because now it's just kind of like a worn out trope of a lot of its things.
mhm.
Very light RPG mechanics, exploring this island, kill a bunch of zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not much to write home about. Graphically, the graphics were outdated when it came out.
Yeah,
So,
but I heard people that it was fun or say that it was fun for what it is, right?
yeah, I mean, I had friends who liked it.
Yeah.
That's why I was willing to give it a shot. I never played them, and I got like all 3 or 4 of them,
Mm-hmm.
little spin-offs included.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's really it for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I think that does it then. Let's see here and do some wrapping up. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Got some good conversation in.
Good show.
Yeah, you can catch us here on the Twitch, the YouTubes, and now on Kick as well. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you heard. And
Ooh, tell me, or you can comment and tell me how much you didn't like
that's true.
it. Tell me how wrong I am. That
Hey, we appreciate the feedback because I mean, if there's something that you guys generally didn't like, you got some constructive criticism.
I'll take any criticism.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's constructive.
Yeah, you can find us over on ClassicGamerBrain.com, where you can also find links to our various things, as well as to our Discord, discord.classicgamerbrain.com. You can join in on the gaming conversation with us and our friends. And, yeah.
And you can be cool like us.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Anything else, Dad?
No.
All right, cool. Well, thank you again, everyone. We love you all. Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I said I didn't have anything to add.
We're not asking you anymore. The time is
Stop
up.
asking.
Anything to add, two littles. So you did have something.
Yeah.
To count that grumbling.
Did you guys see that? There was the Hulk ran by. Maybe it was a Sasquatch. I don't know.
There's something.
Might have been a Saskatchewan.